I just found out that I may have been doing my makeup incorrectly. So I came across a video from someone that I had watched way back in the day when I found out that beauty reviewers and that on YouTube were a thing. In her video, she kind of touched upon something that would be technique related with makeup. And I'm wondering if this technique that works for her will also work for me. I've noticed that every time that I've done my foundation, it kind of looks cakey to me, and I don't know if it comes across like that in camera or on the other side of watching my videos when I make them. I just want to see if this may look better to me in person. So I usually use a combination of the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, and I usually use this either by applying it with my brush or I use the beauty blender. And I'll sometimes use like a combination of this, which is totally fine. Some people do prefer using a brush versus a beauty blender, or using a combination of both. And then I usually top it off with the Coty Airspun, the translucent powder. But that's kind of been my routine lately that I've been using. Back in high school, I only ever used a foundation, and it wasn't usually a liquid foundation, it was usually just a pressed powder. And obviously like pressed powder just by themselves, they don't really like give you coverage like that. They're not like a high coverage option for foundation. When you use a powder, it can usually lift up product of foundation on your face, or it can like cause your pores to clog more. And so I use a pretty like matte foundation. Adding matte with a matte product, it can sometimes make your skin kind of, for better lack of a word, cakey looking. What I mean by cakey foundation is you'll apply the foundation and then it'll look like you have like a lot of product build up and like a lot of spots on your face. I want to go ahead and apply the foundation this new technique way, which honestly is just going to be one less step for me to really worry about when doing my makeup routine. Is I'm just going to do my regular foundation, and then I'm not going to use the pressed powder at all, and I'm going to go in with a setting spray. And the setting spray is going to be a matte setting spray, so it'll kind of give like a mattifying effect that the pressed powder would, but hopefully without having powder like kind of attach itself to my skin with the foundation. I'm hoping that it will smooth it out like it's supposed to, and not add more product to the face and then really stand out on the skin. I'm gonna honestly be like low-key really mad if it does work and I've been using this product unnecessarily and I've been not getting the best makeup coverage because I've decided to go with what I've been being told from YouTube videos and that is the only way to do your makeup. And maybe that's our fault for just agreeing with people, or what we're being influenced to agree with, because that's ultimately what you are when you're in the public eye, is that you influence people, their purchasing decisions or how they think about things, or like the mindset, like our culture. Our pop culture is really influenced by people that are considered, you know, celebrities. And whether that's a standard pro quo type of celebrity, like someone from like a movie star or anything like that, or someone that's like kind of an alternative sort of media, which YouTube is. It is an alternative sort of media. And so those people out there that are like directly influencing your decisions on what you do with your body, or how you wear makeup, or what you purchase, or what you tend to like or gravitate towards, it's kind of a big deal to not put a disclaimer out there suggesting that, you know, this is what works for me, and if your skin type is kind of similar, you know, try this out, instead of everybody just like, oh, well, there's only one way to do your eyebrow look. I'm kind of hoping that this different sort of technique of makeup might actually look better on me, and then I'm gonna like not use this, because why would I use something that doesn't look that great on me? Okay, so I've got my primer on, and then I also did my eye makeup. I'll have everything that I'm wearing in the description down below. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation, and we'll see if it still looks cakey or not. I like to apply it to my nose first, because that's kind of my problem area, is the crease of my nose. And under my eyes. And I did my makeup a little backwards this time, and I think I actually liked it a lot more. I actually did my eye makeup first, and then now I'm doing my foundation. And I think it'll actually help, like, not doing the bake this way, to kind of like brush off the excess foundation that kind of falls underneath my eyes right here. And so I think if I do it a little backwards than what I'm normally used to, of doing my eye makeup first to kind of like brush off the excess with the brush, and then to do the foundation to kind of clean it up, I think that's going to actually work a lot better for me. So if this does work, then I probably will be changing a lot of my makeup routine by doing this, as long as it looks better than it has been. And that's like the big thing, is I want to make sure that it looks good. It's just a plus if it takes less product and less time and makes it a little bit easier, like, it'll be really nice. Okay, so I kind of wanted to zoom in and show you guys that my makeup is kind of like pulling away from my nose area here. So I kind of have like a bit of breakage right here near my nose. I just try to use the Beauty Blender to really like get the side of it in there. But always ends up like breaking away and not looking as great. I also can kind of tell that I do have kind of like my pores, even though I don't really have like deep pores, they start to like show up on my face because I'm putting foundation down. So I feel like it's not very smooth looking. And this is without any setting spray or anything. I haven't used the pressed powder either. So I'm wondering if maybe just the foundation that I'm choosing is not the best foundation to use for my skin type. So I am gonna use the setting spray, and I'm gonna use the one that I have on hand. It's just the Matte Sheer Envy Hard Candy style. Just kind of let it dry down. And honestly, I hate when it gets in my hair, like, gross. I feel like I need to take a shower like immediately after. So I just kind of let it dry down. And sometimes, like, if I don't have a like ton of time to like dry it down and I just like need it done now, I'll just turn on my hair dryer and just kind of like hair dry my face really quick to try to get it to dry down. It's also great for liquid eyeliners that like just do not dry down. My liquid eyeliner pen from Maybelline does not dry down, so I usually have to turn on my hair dryer and like really get it to dry down so that it doesn't just smear everywhere. And the biggest thing about using a setting spray is some of your eye makeup actually will kind of move or try to like come off after using the spray. So you just want to make sure that you get it dried down fully before you really open your eyes and kind of like move the skin in that area, because it can kind of mess up your whole look. And that really sucks if you spend the time actually like doing the whole look, spraying it down, and then it gets messed up. So I do honestly feel like this technique worked a lot better than using the Coty Airspun pressed powder on top of my foundation. Final thoughts of actually like letting it kind of sit on my skin and just kind of taking a look at it in different light, and having my husband actually look at it, because he's the one that sees my face the most and kind of knows how my face looks like before with my makeup, how I was doing it before and now. And he agrees with me that it actually looks way better this way. I do still have some sort of like cakiness going on my lower chin, like the lower half of my face, and that may just be because I don't actually like shave like the peach hair or anything off of my face. I don't necessarily like want to do that. That's not really my thing. But I think that doing this technique instead of using the Coty Airspun translucent powder on top of my foundation, I think it just dries out my skin way too much and it makes it look cakey. I really do think that. So I'm definitely gonna be using it this way, and I'm also gonna be kind of doing my makeup a little bit different now. I really do think that it saved time and product and made it a lot easier for me to actually do my eye makeup first and then actually do my foundation after the fact. I was able to kind of clean up the area a little bit more, and I think that it went a lot smoother. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you think that this makeup look looked better than my other makeup looks? And if you haven't seen my other makeup look videos, I'm gonna go ahead and put a card in the eye and also one in the description down below so you guys can check it out and let me know which one you think actually looks way better. If there's any other techniques or anything else that you would like me to try out or review, just go ahead and drop it down in the comment section. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up to let me know. And if you haven't already joined the Panda family, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That way you can support me and join us because we're pretty cool and awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember, I love every single one of you. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.